This is the new BMW F900 XR. Now it uses a motor from the old 850 GS that is bored out and reworked, and it shares its chassis with the F900R. But this is a sports tourer and it is very much a motorcycle in its own right. So let's not waste any more time and jump into our review. This is Auto Today. My name is Dipayan Datta and welcome to our review of the BMW F900 XR. Look at the XR and you'd be hard pressed to tell that it in fact shares most of its mechanicals with the F900R Roadster. Even though the rear section of both motorcycles are almost identical. BMW have played it smart with a redesigned tank, taller handlebars and a nice wide fairing that gives the F900 XR a very textbook touring intent. In comparison to the F900R, where you're fighting the wind blast every time the needle breaches the 100 kmph mark, the XR with its height adjustable fly screen makes for an almost buffeting free ride experience, even when you're sitting completely upright. The bigger tank also holds 2 extra liters of fuel, and that brings the total range to a more than respectable 300 km. LED headlights with DRLs look sharp and provide excellent illumination. The cornering function serves as one of those things you didn't know you needed until you've used them. Overall, the intuitive function makes for a confidence-inspiring ride experience on the XR. Now, while the F900 XR does share its motor and power outputs with the F900R, what really separates this bike from its sibling are the ergonomics. You see, you get this very upright riding posture and that suits touring. Your hands are nicely spread out, and this tank also has plenty of space for your knee recesses and will be very comfortable to ride over long periods of time. Even the foot pegs are set less aggressively than you would find on the F900R, which is good. But of course, BMW have also given the F900 XR electronic suspension, and that gives it a quicker 0 to 100 time of 13.6 seconds, beating the F900R by 0.1 seconds. So let's turn her over, take her out and see what this F900 XR really has to offer. Powering the XR is a 900cc parallel twin that is shared with the 900R. Now, like the 900R, this parallel twin employs that same unique firing order that mimics the throttle response of a V-twin without really taking away the refinement of a parallel arrangement. As a result, you get a nice gruff exhaust note, but BMW have managed to ensure that that doesn't translate into a vibey ride experience, and that is something that really stands out on the XR. Now, the twin makes a more than respectable 105 bhp and 92 Nm of peak torque, which is not a lot on paper, especially when you consider the 214 kg curb weight. Like on the R, BMW have worked wonders with the way this parallel twin puts down power, making it one of the most engaging sports tourers that I've ridden this side of the liter mark. The numbers reflect it too. Despite having the weight handicap, the XR hits the 100 kmph mark 0.1 seconds quicker than the R at 3.6 seconds. The electronics package on the XR is a little more comprehensive than the R. You get 2 riding modes, switchable traction control and cruise control. Now, I've tried out the cruise control on the highway, and once you get the hang of it, it serves to keep fatigue away for much longer, letting you do more crucial kilometers between stops. And that, for a touring motorcycle, is a standout feature. In all, the F900 XR comes out as a capable, accessible road touring motorcycle that is as engaging as it is comfortable. Triple-digit cruising out on the highway is done with ease, without leaving you sore or aching. It has just the right amount of tech and features without being too complicated, and at 10.95 lakh ex-showroom, the F900 XR is a whole lakh cheaper than the Tiger 850 Sport, and that makes it all that more attractive. If you are in the market for a great road touring motorcycle that you can ride every day, the F900 XR is the smartest choice with an incredible value offering.